Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see here. Tried to stream last night, but my internet has been not good the past couple days. So hopefully it'll be okay now, but it's, I don't know. I was supposed to have Fios or fiber optic by now, but they still have not shown up to install it. It's a little annoying. I got a few people in the chat now. Let's see. Birds. What's up, dude? Ducky, good to see you, man. Ah, yeah, you recognize that. Great soundtrack. This is like a synthwave remix of it, I guess. We have the world's longest landline running to my city from Singapore. What? That's interesting. What's up, Chillax? Good to see you, dude. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm a little worried if I try to play videos, it's gonna drop my connection down. But we'll try it out. Hopefully it'll be right. I don't know if he's here. He might be listening in, but Jason Scholl sent a super chat last night, but I had to end the stream, so I don't even know if it played. So I'll just replay it. It's not going to be relevant right now, but should at least replay it. And it didn't even play. What the hell? Okay, cool. I thought that YouTube icon was some sort of commie flag. What? What are you talking about? Hey, Farmer Cat, good to see you. What YouTube icon? What are you talking about? All right, so hopefully this will play without killing the connection. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess it's just showing that it's on YouTube, because it'll, if I'm streaming to like multiple sites, it'll show like which site it's from. I don't like the way that looks, but I can't test them out unless I'm actually streaming. Like, it has different options, but I don't want to mess with it right now. Actually, let me switch this to full screen so you can actually see it. It's gonna go black for a second while I do this, but I'll still be here. So hello listener Tony asked me and a few other guys to help him work on a video to promote his new album that comes out tomorrow. And he posted it last night. There we go. He posted it last night, the final video, and I really love how it turned out. So let's check that out real quick. If you have headphones, you might want to turn your volume down because it's really loud and kind of distorted. Oh, I had it turned down, so maybe it's not that loud. Now it'll be loud. Yeah, so album's out tomorrow. Here, let me link this in the chat. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to work on. I edited a lot of the video that was in that. So yeah, that was a really fun project to work on. I was honored to do it. Who beat it? Who be sodis? We be sodis? Okay. Good to see you, Fritz Ewert. Oh, I did see something that I think if Ducky's still here, might appreciate this one. Because I know that you're familiar. Oh, I think Pharmacat too. Maybe some of you other guys might be familiar. Might be familiar with the blind pill. And so I saw this pop up. A blind influencer is being brutally mocked after leaving her boyfriend of 2 years because he was ugly, only to begin dating an immigrant man who robbed her just days into their relationship.
People always ask me, if you're blind, are you not scared of accidentally dating someone ugly? And I'm here to tell you, guys, I did. For like nearly 2.5 years, guys. I recently got ghosted by a man that took loads of money out of my bank account in front of my face. But obviously I didn't know he was doing it because I'm blind. But anyway, that's a whole different story. Let me know if you want that story. So, I am single. What does that mean? Well, it means I've got a lot more time. I genuinely am enjoying the freedom of being single. If you know anyone that might want to be my boyfriend slash girlfriend, then tag them in the comments.
There we
People
go.
always ask me, if you're blind, are you not scared of accidentally dating someone ugly? And I'm here to tell you.
It's over anyway. Yeah, so, wait. What did she say right at the end there?
Thanks. People always ask me.
No.
Boyfriend slash girlfriend, then tag them in
boyfriend slash girlfriend. Blind pill defeated in less than a minute. Okay, cool. All right, that's enough Twitter for today, I think. What the heck type of phenotype is that? She looks like Sid the Sloth. Yeah, that's a good description. Static, I was seeing opera on stream, and Emmett said he wished he was deaf, so I'm promoting Deaf Pill now. Okay, that's how I feel when I've seen him sing on stream as well. How can you be virtuous while looking like that? Speed run 2 videos and done. Damn right. Yep. Hey, Chris, good to see you, man. A coma pill. Chris Lestrange was doing a stream yesterday about steroids. And Marte was in the chat. So, of course, I had to make it a point to call bodybuilding gay. But he just completely ignored me. So. Let's see. Oh, what about the paraplegic pill?
On today's episode of Horrors Beyond My Comprehension, we have a man who became quadriplegic from a car accident and now has to be taken care of by his wife's new husband. This is all documented through the lens of his wife and posted to social media so that we can all be witness to quite possibly one of the most heinous humiliation rituals of all time. And I know a lot of women in the comments will say, well, you're just insecure. You can't handle a situation like that. And to that I say, you're goddamn right. I'm granting any of you watching this right now the power of attorney to launch me off of a cliff with a catapult if you ever find me in this situation. I refuse to be put into a crib like a baby while you go and clap my wife's cheeks in the next room over. And you're definitely not going to hand feed me like a baby bird or clip my toenails. I've seen so many goddamn people rushing to her defense in the comments, saying things along the lines of, well, she's gonna be able to live her life too, right? No, she doesn't. I don't care if that makes me selfish. She's got to hold it down for me forever. I don't even care if the witches of TikTok I've been making fun of lately cast a spell on me to put me into a test tube like some sort of weird fetus. In sickness and in health isn't just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Pointed to was cement. And
he said that a little crudely, but he's right. I missed some chats. Yeah, gay. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, Bintalk? Good to see you, man. He agreed with you that in hindsight, at best, it's only pageantry and not worth much. Yeah. She must be super brave. Mud Fossil, yeah. It just I had it saved on my list and it just popped up after. We watch him here sometimes. It's very very entertaining. Okay, Fritz, take care, man. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Mud Fossil is he's hilarious. cracks me up. Thinks every rock is biological part of a giant or something. And caves are vaginas. I kind of wanted to look into that cult some more from the other day, but it's kind of hard to sift through all that stuff. And a lot of it's like in Ukrainian and crap. Yeah, you didn't know that?
Breaking.
This was pretty funny. Watch this real quick.
News. Once upon a time, a lemon and a lime looked into each other's eyes and said, I don't know who's juicing who anymore. John Leibowitz, normies call him Stewart like they call the fat guy from Superbad Hill instead of Feldstein, is turning side curls in the Jewish community and mutually exclusively the American community following a lunch break Zoom call with Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman, a man who turned to politics after failing in his chosen profession of stopping Frodo from returning the One Ring to Mount Doom. Leibowitz, Stewart, who is Jewish, accidentally kicked a rabbi's nest when he asked Fetterman, somewhat incredulously, whether supporting Israel over the United States was a red line.
Israel is the red line.
Absolutely. Israel for me. Like I can't ever turn my back to Israel after where it's at.
So, and I mean no disrespect on this, but that is not our country.
You have my attention.
He still talks really funny after having a stroke.
Israel after where it's at.
So, and I mean no disrespect on this, but that is not our country.
Literally one of the people.
You have my attention.
Can't speak.
And I mean no disrespect on this, but that is not our country. You're saying that these candidates may have great ideas for our economy. They may want to do the exact same thing you want to do in terms of getting money out of politics.
Yeah.
They may want to increase the social safety net. They may want to change the balance of power from capital back to labor. But if they don't agree with you on...
The stroke turned him base. Oh, I didn't know being Israel first was based. I didn't realize that.
Israel, you don't want them in your party.
What is happening?
And what I'm saying is, like, if you are a DSA member,
Quick time out to explain, if you don't know, that the DSA is a rapidly growing wing of the Democrat Party that is beginning to cause major internal rifts. Contrary to natural assumption based on their left-wing identity, it does not stand for Dick-Sucking Association, but Democratic Socialists of America, which is sort of like the People's Republic of China. Only the DSA's main weakness is repressed homosexuality rather than apex predator escalators. Wang! No! The DSA leadership call them the National Political Committee. Their leadership
NPC.
is the NPC. Their constitution requires, their word, that no more than half their membership can be men and, quote, 20% of the NPC slots be reserved for people of color.
if you are a member of a specific political party, run under your own banner. And now I think Bill Maher said something very insightful. He said, you know, the DSA are colonizing the Democratic Party. So just be Democrats if you're going to run under the Democratic Party for that. Why have a DSA party for overall? So run on that, and you all understand.
You're literally saying we can all have discussions, except when it comes to Israel, which is not America. It seems like a weird line to draw.
Yes, it does.
Well, so then what's, well, with, no, I don't think that's weird.
West of the what of the well, ow, Ida. I don't think that's weird.
Well, so then what's, well, with, no, I don't think that's weird. I think what history demonstrates is that when people or a government or people turn their back to the Jewish community, things end really badly. And it's a dangerous.
Jewish community and Israel are not the same thing, brother man. They're not, that is not the same thing.
No. It's like, hey, it's like if I have to pick a side for after 10/7 and after Iran, you know, I'm always going to stand with Israel. I'm always going to vote and support whatever that's necessary to protect themselves and to prosecute Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran too. And the very left never said a peep after Iran executed 30 to 40,000 young people in there just for protesting for democracy.
You think that the left is pro Iran, not the country, but the regime?
What I'm saying though is, like, if anyone in the Democratic Party is fine with Iran building a nuclear bomb, I disagree with that person.
And that about sums it up. As to whether this exchange represents some kind of genuine fracture in the Democrat Party or is just more clever damage control, we'll just have to wait and see. We're not here to break the news. We're here to break it. We didn't have to wait very long. It's damage control. That's it for today. I'm John Ward, and until next time, remember, you're a world champion. Don't let your memes be dreams. Holy fucking shit!
Oh man. Let's see who. Austin DeTulio, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Oy vey, John Stewart. Yeah, but he's he was saying that you know, shouldn't be Israel first. It's kind of seemed a little backwards. Who else came in? Abe Dinkus, good to see you, man. Kyle, I think I said hi to you earlier, but I'm not sure. If I didn't, good to see you, man. Hey, Bree. Yeah, so that song was a good song to play for this video.
Holy fucking shit! This fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over.
Wild stuff. I like that guy's videos. He's really funny.
Pointed to was cement.
No, not Mud Fossil. Stop. Let me see if he has any more recent ones.
I love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I love, except my body is.
Yeah, we can watch that one, I guess. It's pretty funny.
Begging me to not love it.
This is Jonah Feldstein. His body is begging him not to love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know what it is begging him to love, but if I had to guess, it would be somewhere at the confluence of carbohydrates and Channing Tatum after a bisexual coin toss that lands on quote-unquote a fat Jewish anus.
It ain't fucking Tatum. I found him wandering on the freeway. I collected him, made him my bitch. Get off my dick.
Jonah Feldstein is an actor, stage name Jonah Hill, best known for his iconic role in the film This Is the End, where he gets raped by Satan and likes it. Hill rose to stardom playing the same affable fat neurotic Jew character he's played in every movie he's ever been in, until Jonah Hill woke up one morning, hinched off a turd so large and sugary that it could have both fed a Somalian family for a year and joined that family as a passable lookalike, stood up off the shitter in a process that I imagine takes several hours and a few of those construction cranes they normally use to build the Burj Khalifa, looked at himself in the mirror and said, "You know what you are, buddy? A fucking action hero." So he called up Marty Scorsese and said, "Listen, Goy, give me one of those meaty, mobstery Marty Scorsese roles in your next film or I'm gonna hoist Gracie your ass." And Marty said, "Okay, Jonah, I've got a role for you." And he cast him as a fat neurotic Jew character with giant retarded fake teeth and had, of all the retards Scorsese could choose from, John Bernthal, a man who thinks Jersey Shore is the paragon of masculinity, punched Jonah Hill in the face and used the take in the final cut. And it appears getting face-fucked by fellow Jew John the Situation on the orders of Martin Scorsese and having the World Star clip worked into the final cut of The Wolf of Wall Street, then getting Troll nominated for Best Supporting Actor, only to lose to, holy shit, this is all real, Jared Leto, fucking Morbius, who played a transgender woman with AIDS. It's Morbin time. I guess it's in some ways understandable that Jonah Hill finally decided to undergo a physical transformation usually reserved for child stars that start trying to look like homeless meth heads so they don't get raped by Jewish producers, but Jonah Hill didn't get raped by Jewish producers. Just Satan, and he liked it. So we can understand that his weird and sudden penchant for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is less about proving himself as a masculine man and more about the obvious fact that even Jonah Hill knows Jonah Hill is a generational pussy, and there is absolutely nothing Jonah Hill will ever be able to do about it. Any group or club he joins will never man him up, but instead the group or club will be Jonah'd down. Scorsese understood this and made him a cartoon and served him Bernthal sandwiches. Jonah Hill does not understand this, that he can never gain clout from claiming membership to a group that appears tough. He will just make that group become associated with him. Which is probably why Jonah Hill looks like he's going to do exactly what he's going to do. End Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's career.
I love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I love, except my body is begging me to not love it. 42 isn't, my wife is often like, you're not going to become like a professional fighter. You know that, right? Like,
his wife was right. I bet she also has the same instructor.
But let me ask you something.
Yeah.
If we got into it,
I would fuck you up.
you'd fuck me up, right?
I would fuck all three of you up. Yeah.
Right?
And that's the best part. My favorite thing is people are like, "Oh, Jonah Hill, fucking fat guy from Superbad." And I'm like, I would fucking annihilate you, dude. I'm not kidding. Every fight, try it. If you see me, try it.
Well, I guess if you say so, Jonah. But I gotta be honest, this is starting to seem like the kind of fake tough guy rant that usually ends in a small dick energy meme like saying, "Fuck around and find out."
I will, unless you are way bigger than me,
I
have like a
fucking fuck around and find out.
But it turns out Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the community, the MMA style championed by the legendary Royce Gracie that introduced the world to a tiny, balding favela Miyagi snapping ogre arms in UFC 1, doesn't really want to join the ancient Hebrew tradition of finding shit that works, then taking it over and claiming Jews invented it. They also don't want their street cred to be reduced to the visual image of every time a masculine confrontation occurs, a fat whiny loser rolls onto his back, spreads his legs, and says, "Come get some of this Jew." As ex-user Red-Pilled Ex-Liberal points out, quote, "He's going completely against the tenets of jiu-jitsu. A professional adherent of jiu-jitsu would never goad anyone into a fight because they know their opponent would be outrageously outmatched. It's a grossly cowardly idea, and any belt he has obtained should be stripped from him immediately." Also lost in the viral noise of this clip is the pretty easy to understand notion that if you're a BJJ instructor in Los Angeles and someone like Jonah Hill rolls in, literally, yes, you're going to take his money, and yes, you're going to tell him whatever he wants to hear so that he goes and recruits more Hollywood retards so you can have more free tardvertising while at the same time gaining a steady supply of LA trophy wives who are married to people with the bodies and personalities of Jonah Hill. Can you imagine the paradise of a Monday through Friday nonstop stream of LA pussy? Yes, that's an incredible double entendre. Yes, I can imagine it. Yes, I would have told this puffy, insecure moron, "Oh yeah, Jonah, you should definitely go out on the street and pick fights with random people who come from a social class that spends every moment of their lives a nanometer from committing mass casualty events. You are a fat, rich fuck who, because of Jewish nepotism, has enjoyed a successful career and millions of dollars. So much so that mean words that are true seem to you like some kind of actual problem or struggle, while the things you are bitching about like a woman are the only reason you have money and fame. Because you're not just the fat kid from Superbad. You're also the fat kid from the 40-year-old virgin, and the fat kid from Grandma's Boy, and Click, and Accepted, and 10 items or less, Rocket Science, Knocked Up, Evan Almighty, Walk Hard, Strange Wilderness, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Night at the Museum, Get 'em to the Greek, Moneyball, 21 Jump Street, Django Unchained, and of course, your literal self-insert as Satan's fleshlight in This Is the End, which is where you finally realized you wanted to be taken seriously and called Scorsese, who then humiliated you so thoroughly that you turned into a hot dog that gets sacrificed to Moloch. Jonah Feldstein, the universe is speaking to you.
Total Gravy?
Perhaps you'll listen. Or at least listen to your wife. You know, when she's done fucking the guy you paid to make you believe the career-ending shit you just said.
What's your relationship like with Jonah Hill?
There is one, I guess. I know the man.
That's it for today. I'm John Ward, and until next time, remember.
Oh, man. Gracie family was at its peak during the Rickson Gracie area when he's fighting in Pride in Japan. Yeah, Pride was awesome. I don't really watch UFC. It's kind of become, I don't know. It's too homogenized, I guess. Like back then they used to have like individual styles fight against, like they'd have like a guy that is a karate fighter fight against a jiu-jitsu fighter. Now they all do like jiu-jitsu and kickboxing, and it's all, I don't know. It's not as interesting. And it's also kind of like they turn it into almost more like pro wrestling. Yeah, Pride. I teased you guys with Mud Fossil. Maybe we should watch some Mud Fossil. watch it for a little bit. I don't know how much of it I can take. Oops. Agreed with you there, Static. It's like wrestling. To me, they have pre-show drama, after-show drama. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, my friends. As you know, I've been getting deeper and deeper into what they would call mythology, back to where the gods controlled everything. And I say gods in a plural because there appears to have been many, many of them. We've always considered, you know, I've always thought there was one God and he knew everything and could control everything. Well, I'm not sure that's entirely true. Why would
I don't think you're very sure about anything at all.
a good God allow so much suffering? There's a terrible amount of suffering on this world, and it's created by people. Where are these gods now? If there was bad gods in the early...
Well, it's very simple. They're rocks. They're mud fossils.
days, which there appeared to be some very bad ones. There was terrible wars from day one going on till today. Where are those gods now? Well, I have a little bit of a theory that goes back to the Age of Enlightenment. Before the Age of Enlightenment, where we knew everything, people looked to God. They were deeply religious, and some of them crazy, yes, and some of them not so crazy. I don't think now. I was never religious at all, none, zero, until I discovered the things I discovered by mud fossils, and I was led to these.
I was never religious until I found a vagina cave.
Discoveries. This didn't just happen. I woke up one morning and I said to my wife, there's something in the woods calling my name. I just felt it. And nobody said anything to me, but I felt it, and I went out and looked, and sure enough, I found giant human body parts. There was no question about it.
Yep, no question.
And I had them tested and everything for DNA.
No
and
question.
Yes, they were human giant body parts. And when I started digging into the understanding, a message popped up and said, these things are for you to see and for others as a test. That blew me away.
I don't think he knows what he's
after
claiming.
After about 5 years of trying to show people and being
rambling,
completely
fucking nonsense.
I had the most nasty encounters for 5 years with people that I thought were my friends and family and everything else. They just did not want to hear this. They had been so menticide, so indoctrinated to believe the words of academia. All right, academia programmed them.
I need to get a big feather to hold so I can do a better impression of
So
them.
where are the bad gods? I'm starting to think they are literally academia.
What?
They came along and said, it's the Age of Enlightenment. Forget all that crazy stuff they were telling you about monsters and giants. Forget that stuff. They're crazy people. It's the Age of Enlightenment. And we're going to tell you what you must think to be accepted. And this is academia. I think that is the residence of the bad gods. That's my opinion. I have my right to have my opinion, and that's exactly how I feel now, after my encounters with virtually all of them.
Makes sense.
It was an enlightening time. Because I had always just believed, oh yeah, they know a lot about the scientific this and scientific that, and no. That's just to extract the money from us and walk around in circles and tell us what we had to believe Everything has to be peer-reviewed, which means they control your mind. How perfect is that? They force you to pay them, and then you have to do what they say. And this all happened because of the Age of Enlightenment, where people were drawn away from God. And who drew them away? Academia. That's my feeling, and that's how I feel, and nobody's going to be able to turn me around from that unless you can show me some evidence that they're willing to even engage in a discussion about the material existence.
All right, let's talk about some rocks. Let's go.
The claim is this particular statue was built in, I think, like 1910. It was only 100 and something years ago. And I can tell you right now, that's a creature inside of this, whatever surrounding it, this layer of like cement or whatever it is. And
he's talking against the Enlightenment era propaganda. Said it in a roundabout way. Yeah, sort of. This guy's batshit insane though. So he's I think he actually thinks that gods are hey Mel, good to see you. He actually thinks that like dead gods are fossils and rocks are like their body parts and stuff, and that they live in statues, and the caves are vaginas.
Show it here, and I'll show you down here, and I'll show you the tendon and the kneecap. And you don't build a statue like that, I wouldn't imagine, and put blood in it and everything else. That's crazy. I don't think that happened. So how did this thing here? It's 14 meters tall. And the only reason we're inside of it now is because it got damaged during a bombing thing during World War II. And it broke his arm off and so forth. We're going to look at this, and even where the arm is
I would
locked
love
in,
to do that.
you can see where
That'd
the
be
muscle
awesome.
was and everything. So let's take a look. All right, let's start from scratch. This was Del Marie. I'll get the name in a second. But he was holding up this clamshell. I think this was like a trident or something. And he was claimed to have been constructed out of cement in 1910, I believe was the date. I think that's what I read. Now, I find this hard to believe because of the physical evidence after he was blown up during World War II.
Have him take you on a cave tour. Man.
And well, you make your own decision. Here's what he started out like. See, here's another shot. Monterosa Al Marie di Gigante. All right, Monterosa Al Marie di Gigante. That's this guy. Now, they said he was constructed there in 1910 out of concrete or cement. Basically, that right away they pointed to it was cement, and I'll show you why. Now, he's right out in front of a villa here. This goes back over 100 years, so there's nobody going to be around now that could say one way or the other. But I can tell you, from what I see, I don't think that could be correct. Well, let's see. All right, this is the part I'm having a real hard time with. I say there was a guy inside that statue, and that's his kneecap right there. That's the flesh over the top of his knee. Somehow it's like a perfect layer. Anyway, this comes down, as you can see the white here and this little edge here coming down. Follow it down, right down to the ankle, basically, where that's what your tendon does. your shin. That right there is red blood. As far as I'm concerned, that's red blood. And it would sink to this area. Red blood still seems to stay a little bit fluidy. Now, he also had black stuff coming out of his eyes. But think about this carefully. If that is truly a tendon that was inside his leg and then got shattered off because of a bombing, and his arm is missing too, and up in here you can actually see where the muscles attached. I have a better shot of that. But don't forget the tendon.
I wish I could find that.
There's just no way you can miss that.
That cave, that one cave
right
video.
There. There's a kneecap goes right over the top.
It's hard to find because he has like, I think it was like over 4,000 videos or something. So it's really hard to find like specific videos that he made. Let me see if there's any better ones that I can find. Yeah, he uploads like at least 3 or 4 videos every day, and he has over 4.3 thousand. Isn't that just iron rust and iron containing hemoglobin? I have no idea what it is. It might just be like I mean, I think if it's concrete, I think concrete can like get water in it and discolor. But yeah, I mean, he thinks like every rock that he finds is like he says, "Oh, this is biological. This is clearly biological."
A lot of people have a hard time with.
This is a giant
So
lung.
I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to explain what I'm seeing here. And what I'm seeing is a lung from a giant creature. That's a giant creature. This is smaller than a human. I don't know what kind of a creature. So very shaped, very similar to a human lung. But I don't know what kind of creature it's from. All right, I didn't look at very much of this at all. You should come up here and take a look at it. It's from the POV channel. It's called "I Fell into a Massive
Yeah, I just need
Hole
a
in the
feather
Earth."
and I'll be good to go.
And I went a short distance into here, but I don't need to go too far. And I don't want to go too far and take any of his thunder away from him. He's out there doing the job. I am just commenting. Now, here he is sitting on the side of this hole.
Feather and some rocks.
Look at this stuff.
Look at this stuff.
He's looking down inside that hole. Can you imagine? Now, if you fell down in there, you're not going to have a good day. Obviously, you're going to hurt yourself. And it's just incredible.
The last place on Earth you ever want to be is in the bottom of one. These are called potholes. They are some of the most spectacular and least understood geologic formations in the world. For years, I had been apprehensively studying a remote area on Google Earth, with truly immense ones that stretch on for miles. This spring, I finally decided to make the long trip out to them.
That misunderstood. I feel like a geologist probably knows exactly how it happened.
It would turn out to be a fascinating and nerve-wracking place, especially when I found myself sliding down the smooth sandstone walls into the bottom of a 10-foot deep pothole.
Damn, you got stuck in a
Something
butthole.
you need to look at. You know, these are not just one hole. And this down here was at one time probably almost all blood. But the way your lungs work, there's a ton of different blood vessels and tubing and all that stuff going through your lung. So he's going to work his way out of this, I'm sure.
I'm stuck.
You see all these holes? Something else I want you to notice is when he goes here and there, you're going to see red, very red, because that's what a lung does. It processes red blood. You see over here? This is red blood. And the rest is tissue that does this and that when you breathe. And whatever this creature was, I have no idea. Good size. And you see all this? Look at that closely. That's all of this stuff is not just, I don't know what they think it is. It's not erosion or whatever you want to call it. This is the weave of primarily connective tissue. We'll see if we can see any of that in this, in a microscope. I'm not sure we will.
So you see, this is a butthole. This right here. I don't have a feather. I don't have my feather, but this is a butthole right here. It's a mud fossil butthole.
Well, we'll try. But you can see when he was walking on here, there's connective tissue. Look, right here. See the red? That's the red blood. And here he is.
This isn't actually a butthole, just so you know, but it is actually a fossilized piece of poop. So it's from a butthole, but not an actual butthole. I think it's a crocodile or something. I don't know, but it's like it's a rock basically. Very very old. Doesn't smell bad.
Remote area on Google Earth, with truly immense ones that stretch on for miles. This spring, I finally decided to make the long trip out to them. It would turn out to be a fascinating and nerve-wracking place.
You see this? Those are
pretty much
straps. Those are literal connective tissue. This is the, look at that. There is no other explanation. Zero.
There's no other explanation.
All right, so let's just continue on with what he has to show here.
Especially when I found myself sliding down the smooth sandstone walls into the bottom of a 10-foot deep pothole.
Gonna watch this part again.
Not a good place to be.
I'm stuck.
Not a good person.
Now you see the secondary hole in here and the same thing over here. Those are, I'll show you the same thing I have in here. It's a lung. Look how deep inside that cavity goes. Same thing with a bunch of these holes. All right, that's enough. I'm going to start talking.
Good.
All right, you see this? How red this is? This is inside.
It's probably 10
You see all the fibers?
feet wide at least. I think that thing's toast. No reaction.
A lung has to do this and this and this and this for your entire life. That's what all this connective tissue is here for. Okay, we're going to see my lung in the microscope very shortly. But it appears that he's going down into
Gonna get real scientific.
the collection system where all these basically come together. And you're going to see some extremely red blood. And he asked the question, is it possible for this or that? Well, here goes.
Hundreds of thousands of years of the shallow pools drilling down into the rock underneath. Every big one probably started as a shallow depression, like this.
You're left with a gigantic pit. And then obviously there's a ton of wind out here and it's swirling around and biting. And the bigger they get, the more wind they catch. And it's just like sort of a reciprocal process. But the only thing I've ever seen that are comparable to these are the potholes found in eastern Washington in the Channel Scablands. And those were 100% created by cavitation from massive floods. A little part of me really does want to believe that these are proof of a gigantic flood that occurred in the Southwest. These ones are not in a place that was known to have gigantic flooding events in the past.
Is it possible that these holes were sculpted from the same forces that carved the surrounding deep tributaries of the Colorado River canyons? I certainly think it's a question worth asking.
Now watch this. This blew me away. This is all a tubing inside the lung to get to your throat.
Oh, man.
Look at this.
All right, I've had enough of this foolishness. I really wish I could find the cave one. I mean, he's done multiple cave ones that are, according to him, all vaginas, but there's one specific one that was really funny. But yeah, I don't think I'll be able to find it. Beyond Science has a bunch of stuff like this. Check it out. Never heard of it. Are cell phones mutating the shape of our bones? It seems like it's a little silly, but it's also kind of like not actually insane, just kind of. Write a lot of stuff about like aliens and Mars and stuff. Some of his stuff is wild, but some of it's mild and believable. Okay.
Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. So over the years of working on this channel, I've noticed sort of a trend that there are a lot of mysteries involving circles and holes. I mean, I just did a video on a super deep hole that no one can really explain on Mars. Then there's the Kola super deep borehole, and then we've got the furry circles and crop circles. You see what I mean here? And now we're gonna talk about yet another mystery. Take a look at this. These are images of mysterious ice circles that appeared in the Arctic, and they are just baffling researchers. These images were taken over the Beaufort Sea by NASA's Operation Ice Bridge, which, if you don't know, it's a fleet of research aircraft used to take images of Earth's polar ice to better understand connections between polar regions and the global climate. And according to Ice Bridge project scientist Nathan Kurtz, it's definitely an area of thin ice. As you can see, finger rafting near the holes, and the color is gray enough to indicate a little snow cover. I'm not sure what kind of dynamics could lead to the semicircle shaped features surrounding the holes. I have never seen anything like that before. And just to clarify, finger rafting that he's referring to is a phenomenon that occurs when two sections of ice collide and slip above or below one another, causing a pattern that sort of looks like fingers interlocking. Anyway, although no one really knows for sure what's causing these ice circles, some researchers speculate that they may be caused by seals popping out of the waters. And those holes tend to look like this. Others think it could be warm river water flowing into the ocean.
Look at that, those are veins. Those are clearly veins.
And according to Walt Meyer, a scientist at the National Snow and Ice Data Center, the encircling features may be due to waves of water washing out over the snow and ice when the seals surface. Or it could be a sort of drainage feature that results from when the hole is made in the ice. Now again, as mysterious as this may be, it's not the first time strange circles appeared on ice. In 2016, Lake Sonera in Russia had what appeared to be a circle appear overnight on its icy surface. Same thing happened in 2009 at Lake Baikal, also in Russia. So I don't know, maybe there's a connection there. Again, there were many theories ranging from methane emissions to alien signals, but of course, no one really knows for sure. Also, there has been a lot of theories about secret alien
Gotta grab the zoomer's attention. That's why it's only 2 minutes long, too. Hey, Suzanne, good to see you. I think I already watched this on one stream, but I love this guy, so I'm going to watch it again.
Any nigga who had the slightest inclination to vote for Mondami, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. You sick. Mondami had a celebration down in City Hall of all the immigrants, all the Muslims, all the immigrants down there. No niggas. Here's a man that hates the Constitution and that which makes us Americans. He's a Muslim, for crying out loud. He's a jihadist at core. His wife is a lesbo jihadist, Hamas supporter, Intifada believer. His wife was a lesbo. Here you nigga talking about Mondami gonna give us a free bus ride. Hell, it doesn't matter if they're handing out free sandwiches in hell, I ain't going. Nigga, are you crazy? You get a free bus ride. Don't get a free bus. Get your ass a job. Get a job, nigga. Go to work. Free bus ride. I always want something free. Well, he's our boy. All you gotta say to get a nigga is say we got free food. And that nigga talking we have free grocery stores. You should have seen the niggas jumping up and down. Won't work, don't got a job, can't hold a job, ain't got no money, don't have no security. But Mondani gonna give us a free food. Damn! I don't need you to give me no free food. I buy my own. There's something wrong with black folk. Now, this got Moses in trouble. You think
something wrong with black folk? Couldn't be more right. Speaking of black folk, speaking of niggas, this is pretty funny. I think this is about the Boondocks, like back in the early 2000s.
Fuck your comic every day though. We ain't know where a bookstore was, nigga. We right here in front of Barney's and Nobley, nigga. Every day. Came in here and got all your books, nigga. Everything, nigga. You know what I mean? Everything. Yo, fuck this book, nigga. All the rage, nigga. We got rage, nigga. We in the streets. Hold up. It's a soft bag anyway. The last time you took a cigarette burn, nigga. You're not a real nigga. You draw comic strips, nigga. Yo, drawing strips, but we on the strip, nigga. Real niggas don't write books, man. Let me see you do some real nigga shit. Dunk a basketball, nigga. You see what you did, Mr. Magruder? You see what you did, Aaron? You see crib shit? No. You see crib shit? No. You see crib shit? No. Look at all the words in this motherfucker, man.
You see crib shit?
I'm not feeling this, man. Half this shit ain't even in color. Ain't even in color. That's all black and white.
I'm gonna color them in with piss. You feel me? That's how I'm gonna color the motherfucker. I'm gonna pee on the motherfucker.
When you gonna do a signing, man? So me and my niggas can come through and bust your ass, nigga. You don't even support the troops, nigga. You an American, man. Support the troops, nigga. Fuck your comic strip, nigga.
We at Barnes and Noble. Yeah, so clearly I'm out of stuff to put on. Some friends and I went dumpster diving behind a Barnes and Noble's. Guess what we found? Boondocks. Ugh, gross. Icky. Oh, this might be a good schizo channel here. Let's see. Tracing the sacred bloodline the elites are so obsessed with.
Hey guys, welcome to another Tales of the Old World episode. My name is Andrew, and we're going to jump right in today because this one is nuts. Alright, so throughout human history, there have been many groups that were obsessed with keeping their bloodline pure. And many of them still do this to this day to some degree. But in ancient times, and even up to just a few hundred years ago, it was taken very seriously. All the way back to the beginning of human history, the people who ruled over us were all from a specific genetic lineage. And this is still true to a large part today. Not just today's monarchs, but also many leaders of nations, including American presidents, can trace their lineage back to this royal bloodline. But what is this bloodline? And why have humans been so obsessed with it? And who exactly does it originate with? They themselves actually tell us. They literally believe to this day that they are the descendants of the old gods from mythology. And because of this divine origin, they are the ones meant to rule over the rest of us. At least that's what they believe. And they won't publicly say this, but it's what their fathers and grandfathers taught them as children. That's why they call themselves the elites, because they believe they're genetically better than the rest of humanity. But it gets deeper than that. Not only do they say they are descended from ancient gods and demigods, but some
All right, I don't want to
these
watch
royal
this. It's goofy. Might have to go back to X.
I think now, after they kill one Israeli people, we need to kill all the people in Tel and Sarah, even Jit and Farata. Why? Because we don't want it to happen again.
It sounds like you're saying one Jewish life is worth hundreds or thousands of Palestinian lives.
Not million. One Jewish life, it's 10 million, okay?
That just sounds racist.
Yes, I know. I know, but this is the truth. Because God chose us. Because of this, you are jealous.
As the Talmud says, I don't give a shit what he says, okay?
Inflammatory views rejected by many Israelis are crucial to understanding the growing violence in the West Bank, which many extremist Israeli settlers see as land given to them by God.
The Bible is the authorizing that this land belongs to us, okay?
Israel occupied it militarily.
Yes,
and
after-
under international law, that means that no civilian settlements can be built
Yes,
in.
but the God not write in the Bible the international law.
So you're a lawyer,
Yeah.
and you're saying the only law that really counts for
Lawyer.
you is the Bible.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man. Um, I think I'm gonna end it here and get some dinner. But before we leave, I'd like to ask you guys to please rise for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
Whoops, forgot to stop.
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming King, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, say can you see?
I have it muted on my end, so I didn't have to hear any of that. Sorry to put you guys through that. Thanks for hanging out, though, guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night, and God bless.